Sending sunshine to New York. Go.
It was a balloon release that kicked off her trip, and then our next guest was off to New York last weekend to deliver almost 50 tons of items donated to help families impacted by Hurricane Sandy. I'm joined this morning by Diane Dillon. She's one of the organizers of Sending Sunshine, and she's just back from what really was a very emotional trip and here to share a little sunshine with us this morning. This really was an incredible group effort, and you know, when a few moms get to talking around a cup of coffee, look out. That's exactly how this started.
That's exactly how it started. I'm blessed to have great friends, Carlene Alpert and Lynette Kavanaugh. We decided that we should do something. We got together at my house with a cup of coffee, decided to have Sending Sunshine. Within 12 hours, we had a Facebook page, a flyer, and in 24 hours, it went viral. Beginning to communicate the message that we were going to collect some things for Hurricane Sandy.
And really, it's because people, especially in this area, have been so overwhelmingly generous to people who were impacted that you guys were able to do so much. Tell me a little bit about why you did the balloon release, because I thought that was interesting.
We did the balloon release right before we went to New York because we had hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that had come in and sorted and packed and also brought in donations. And we had about 100 children that came from all over New England to help. And a lot of them really wanted to go on the trip, but really not the place for them to go.
You're not safe.
So we decided to do the balloons, and we told them they were filled with sunshine and to close their eyes, and they could make a wish and send it to the families of Hurricane Sandy.
And so they really felt a part of the
experience. They all
experience.
made a wish, and at the end, they were all saying, I can't tell you what my wish was. And but we wanted them to know the importance of what they did, that every jacket that they packed and every box that they packed, that they had a serious impact on a family in New York.
And it really did, because you guys went down there and you saw firsthand some of the devastation. Tell me about what you saw.
I think the hardest thing to realize is it was like a third world country. You know, you see it on the news, you see what you think, and then you get there and you're excited. You have almost nearly 50 tons of donations to bring. And then you get there and it's you can't believe you're in America. You know, there's children begging for coats, there's people lined up, hundreds and hundreds of people at 9 o'clock in the morning, and they're gonna get their first meal at noon. You give out the clothes and people are so grateful for one thing. You give them a bag of clothes and they say, oh, that's too much. You say, no, take it or share it with your friends. And everybody down there was so gracious and kind and orderly, and every person that you talked to felt so lucky and so blessed, yet they've lost everything.
And that touch, I can tell just by looking in your eyes that was overwhelming for you.
It is overwhelming because we live in America, you know, and this isn't supposed to happen here. You know, it's the world of abundance, and to go down there and to hand a child a coat and to know that that is the only coat they have, it's really hard, you know, it's really hard.
What were the areas that you were able to access, and what were some areas that you just couldn't get to because of the destruction?
The Gentle Giant and Bob's Discount Furniture delivered to Far Rockaway, Rockaway Beach, Lawrence, which was a hard-hit area as well, Staten Island, and Queens. And we did have deliveries scheduled for Long Beach, but due to the roads and some of the places to get there, the trucks physically could not get there. Due to the devastation, the boats in the street, the cars, houses in the middle of the street, roads closed down. And then, of course, as soon as it gets dark, there literally is, well, 24/7 there's cops on every corner, but when it gets dark, there's cops on every corner, and you can drive 3 or 4 miles and literally not see a light.
You know, what's so incredible here is to hear you tell that side of the story and to know it all began with a completely empty warehouse in Andover. You were able to fill that entire space up.
Our plan was, Carlene, Lynette, and I, was to get a couple U-Hauls together. And, you know, we started on a Saturday, and deliveries weren't accepted even until Tuesday. When we opened Tuesday, there was SUVs lined up around the block, causing a traffic jam, and every SUV was stuffed. We had 2 volunteers come in. They were like angels off the street, Lindsay Dowden and Tom McLaughlin, and they came and stayed the entire week. And then people came every day. Children every day after school, parents every night. We had people from Conway, New York, from Cape Cod, from Connecticut. We even had a woman from Rockaway whose children lost most of their stuff and was displaced, and she came and sorted for several days.
And so this is going to be a really tough holiday for a lot of these people. I know that your story is already touching a lot of our viewers, even just looking at some of these pictures of how hard you guys worked. I know that you have a Facebook page and that you're no longer taking donations, but if people see this and they think, man, I know that this is still very difficult for a lot of families there, I really want to help, how can they do that?
Please feel free to go onto our Facebook page, facebook.com/sendingsunshine2012, and we will be happy to put you in touch with people in need. There's many things that you can do. You can do a ground box of clothes, over the course of 10 days where it doesn't cost you a lot to ship it. You can go on Amazon.com and do free shipping and send a mop and a broom. There are things that people can do. That was the one thing that we found over and over again was everybody that brought a donation was so grateful because they said, I wanted to do something, I didn't know how. We even got a package from New Jersey with 2 cases of diapers.
Yeah.
From somebody that just said, I did want to do something, I just didn't have the platform.
And they found you, and of course you can find the organization on Facebook. Diane Dillon,
Thank
thanks
you so much.
And thanks for what you did.
Thank you.